Hey everybody, Matt Monster here, back with Marvel Heroes, and now I got Punisher. I took him to 50, and doing another build because I went through and I looked at a lot of people's gear and stuff through the test center, and so I went with our Rocket build because of the uniques. One of the uniques has a tie-in with Explosive Rocket, so I did a build around the Rocket, and I actually like the Rocket now that I've worked with it. And it's a pretty simple build, and it kind of does a little bit of weirdness with it. So this is what we're doing here. We obviously got to go with the Explosive Rocket. And the reason why I really started liking it is because the Explosive Rocket's good at clearing trash, but it's also really useful against bosses. It ties in because the single target, the direct target it hits, it does 100% extra or damage to its primary target. Whoever it hits, it's hitting pretty much like a truck. So we're going to keep going with Chemical Mine also, and this is going to do some sweet damage over time. It doesn't do a lingering effect, so whatever it hits in the first initial blow up basically leaves a lingering damage on them. It's not like an area damage, so we have to be pretty good with that when we want it. And I put Sticky Mine on it for a control factor, a little extra damage, but really it's just to make things stop moving around and give me a little bit of extra CC. And the next two really important abilities are Killer Instinct, which is giving you damage to unaware targets. That helps here and there, I guess. But really, it's that Spirit when you terrify an enemy, and then, of course, Cold-Blooded Crusader, which gives you a chance every time you kill an enemy to put someone in fear and terrify them, which is giving you the Spirit back. I just put 1 point in pain tolerance, and I look for pluses on gear to that. And that's going to be the key factor right there, is getting some grants. And, uniques will help out greatly with there, too. And then, it goes up pretty easy. 10 points is a pretty good amount anyways for the pain tolerance, because you ignore 5.5% per 10% missing health, so you have to really start losing a lot of health, and at 20 points it's really not that much more higher. And then, of course, we're going to do Driven by Vengeance for that maximum spirit and the critical and brutal strike rating, so we can get some really hard-hitting rockets. It's kind of an expensive power to fuel, so we want a lot of spirit. And then, Flechette Blast to have a backup thing to do, a way to do some extra damage. Sometimes I just open up with that to get the bleed going, and hit them with the Flechette Blast, drop a Chemical Mine, and just blast them with the rocket. And we're going to put a point. I actually don't bother with lock and load. I keep my nice and easy thing. A point into Sticky Mine, and a point into the pain tolerance, and that's really it. It's that simple. I have my Flechette Blast, I have my Quick Escape, my Combat Roll, and then I have Explosive Rocket and Chemical Mine. And the idea is to blow them up before they blow you up. So it's kind of like a killer, be killed, do or die. Although I do call the build Davy Crocket's Rocket, because that's the unique's name, Davy Crocket. And then we're doing Dr. Octopus's Medal for the AoE. It's an all AoE build, so we might as well maximize it with the Power Prism Shard to get that cost reduction down. And Pluvian Superconductor is obviously awesome here. And the Beta Particle Mini Reactor is giving us an extra 4 shots, almost 5 shots. So we'll take that. Lots of Spirit. Fortunately, only a couple of Relics of Lemuria, but we'll take all the Lemuria we can get. Spirit per kill would be nice. Not really necessary, because the main problem is going to be the Spirit per kill is going to help us clear trash, but it's not going to do nothing against bosses. So the boss, we're hopefully killing that boss before we run out of Spirit. And obviously I got Spirit on the core, which is nice, but really the intelligence there was for leveling with hit points. and some life on basic power, so the flechettes will help keep the life coming in. If I hit a boss that has just too much life, like Doom, you're probably not going to burn Doom second phase down before you run out of spirits. So that's going to be a little bit different. But here, I'll go ahead and show it off. Well, I might as well do Kingpin, actually. And it's pretty effective. Especially if you like explosions. It delivers that. The rocket does self-explode at a certain range, so if you miss, you'll probably kill things off anyways. This is the shotgun blast. It actually shoots pretty far, especially with the Dr. Octopus and the Power Prism shard, so it's worth having. As you can see, the crit and brutal strike is paying off with that. And there's the yellow. You can see it hits the yellow like a truck. Fire's a little slow. It'd be nice if it was a little faster, but it's not, so the way it is. So as you can see, it's kind of like how it's starting to work. This is where you're going to deal with bosses, is basically try to blow them up before they blow you up. Obviously the shotgun's good enough to kill trash. Even though it does more damage at close range, you can still use it at far range, no problem. And there's Kingpin. I'll just shoot him. I missed with the chemical mine. There it goes. So as you can see, I'm just trying to kill him before he kills me. And it works. Because I'm taking less and less damage the more damage he does to me. So I'm actually not worried about it as long as the health bars keep moving at the same rates. Mine's going to go slower as it goes down, and as long as his keeps going down pretty quickly, I'm set. And that's the way most fights go. So that's Davy Crockett's rocket build. Punisher. I like this much better than the other one. Works very, very well. If you love shotgun effects and just blowing things up, you're going to love this build. So, hope it helps. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to y'all later.